23 years on, how would you rate Hong Kong's security and judicial institutions? What are the need for laws such as the national security law?
All countries and all communities in the world have some sort of national security law to protect these communities. We haven't had any such law for 23 years, despite the requirement under Article 23 of the Basic Law, which starts with the words, the Hong Kong SAR shall enact laws prohibiting, and then 7 offences follow the word prohibiting. We haven't been able to enact such laws to satisfy the requirement of basic law, I mean the Constitution, essentially because of the filibustering tactic of the opposition minority in the Legislative Council. Now that the National People's Congress Standing Committee has passed this piece of law for Hong Kong, we've filled in part of this vacuum. Some of the 7 offences under Article 23 have yet to be legislated against by the Hong Kong government itself.
What do you think is the hallmark or key feature of the national security law which is not in the Basic Law or existing Hong Kong SAR laws, and which these existing laws have failed to address?
Terrorism, for example, is not in Article 23 of the Basic Law. We have had a number of seizures by the police of explosive devices, for example, and weapons, things that we had never come across before in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is such a peaceful and law-abiding city. We've also seen interventions by external forces outside of Hong Kong, coming in from foreign countries. And now that we have this piece of law and we have a commission in Hong Kong from the central government, together with its local counterpart, to take care of these issues. So it's reassuring to know that we now have the legal means and also the implementation means to tackle these problems.
I think for the past year, everybody in Hong Kong is seeking for hope for the future, right? Including those young people on the streets. And where do you think is Hong Kong's future?
Hong Kong is the first place in the world and first place in the country to implement one country, 2 systems. Hong Kong people ruling Hong Kong with a high degree of autonomy. We've been able to provide opportunities for the 6-7 million people in Hong Kong to reach out for their dreams, to develop and achieve their aspirations. And we've done that in the last 23 years. The level of social and economic development that we have now is much higher than the time when Hong Kong had the changeover 23 years ago. We need stability before we have prosperity. We did not have stability in the past 12 months. The kind of stability and the level of stability that Hong Kong is so used to. Hong Kong used to be a very law-abiding place. We have one of the best records in terms of law and order, but things were turned upside down. And so I think everyone in Hong Kong holds out hope that with the passage and implementation of this new law, Hong Kong will recover its stability and people will be able to carry on their normal lives as soon as possible.